This is brilliant. I love coming and doing high-tech thing. Now, neither mic's on. Brilliant. Can you hear me? There we go, fine. Hey! Fucking hell, that was slick, wasn't it? This is why I love coming and doing high-tech things, because you can guarantee that fuck all's going to work. So hello, yes, thank you for applauding me all the way to the microphone. That doesn't always happen. A lot of gigs that I get asked to do, what happens is my name gets announced and the audience goes, yeah! What the fuck is that? I don't know, but it looks like the girl with the dragon tattoos really let herself go. I'm aware that that's what it looked like. People shout that at me from cars. They do. Give me a cheer if you're in from Manchester. Fantastic. Give me a cheer if you're not in from Manchester. You're fairly equal. This is fantastic. All right, give me a cheer if you're northern. Give me a cheer if you're southern. Not as many. Either that or you're just really fucking shy about it. Yeah, oh God, no. They might eat me. Okay, and that was like, give me a cheer if you're from the UK. Again, give me a cheer if you're not from the UK. Fantastic. Someone over here very excited to not be from the UK. Hello, sir. What's your name? Juan. And where are you from, Juan? You'll let me guess. This has suddenly turned into the shittest stage psychic show that anyone's ever seen. I'm guessing, I don't know, Spain! There we go, Greek. That was fantastic. That was like my guess. Iceland, clearly. It's a very traditionally Scandinavian name, is Juan. So fantastic, Juan. So you're very excited about being here and not being from here. Is it that shit around here? Yes, I'm not from here. I'm from miles away. Is that the case? You love it here. Oh, this is fantastic. And who are you here representing today? You're not representing anything. There we go. Fantastic. So those are the people who are from ANO.com. No, that doesn't get a cheer from anybody else. Which is a terrible shame, because they're one of the sponsors of the event, and they've given some fantastic prizes. This is great. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to have a chat with some of you guys. We will have a lovely, lovely time, and we're going to introduce some award winners. You guys all right with that? This is good. This side of the room, yes. This side of the room, no. We are not replying to anything. We're not going to do anything. What? Okay, right. Because it's nice, because I live around here. It's nice coming up into Manchester City Centre. I live in Stockport now. Hey, Stockport represent. Fucking Stockport, massive. It's just me and you against the rest of them. It's going to be the shittest and shortest fight ever. No, I love living around here. I love living in Manchester. Where I live, though, we've got quite a lot of what the press have started calling feral children. Do you guys get those where you live? No. One person, no. Where the fuck do you live? The Shire? Like. Oh, and no children at all in your flats. That's fantastic, because where I live, they're little bastards. And like, coming up next week, we've got Halloween, right? Last year, trick-or-treaters, like, for the whole of the month of October. This year, I haven't had any. And if you want to make sure you don't get any next year, do what I did this year. Toffee onions. It's a really good trick. But good. No, it was really nice, actually. Though tonight, because like I say, these kids, they're still trying to get me back from that last year, because as I was coming out tonight, I went out to my car. I've got a really shit car. I've got a really crap car. It's awful. It's horrible. It's old. It barely works. It's terrible. Like, it once got broken into. It once got stolen. It once got broken into, and the police thought it had been dumped. So they went and towed it, right? And, like, that's when you know you've got a really, really crap car. Because when I went to go and pick it up from the car pound over in Gorton, when I got there, the guy went to bring it out. This is how messy and crap my car was. When he brought it out, he went, I don't know what they've done. It looks like they've emptied a bin in the back of it. And he came out and was like, oh, God, yeah. Oh, the bastards. Oh, makes me so... That's how shit my car is, right? When I came out of my house today, I went out to my car. In the dirt on the side of the window of my car, one of the kids in my street had written, shit car. Little bastard. I thought, do you know what? I'm not driving around with that written on it. I'll write something underneath it. So I wrote, yeah, but at least I know who my dad is, right? I feel like I'm winning the argument at this point. I go back inside to get my bag. By the time I've come back out, the kid who's written this, seen what I've written, underneath it written, yeah, I bet he drives a shit car as well. They really do get you. So it's lovely being here. It's nice being. I live in Stockport. In case you don't have eyes, I live in Stockport with my girlfriend. Obviously, that explains this haircut. It does. When you got a haircut like this, there's only one reason for a haircut like this, is that basically I went to my hairdresser, told her I was a lesbian. This is the only haircut she could do. It was either this or one that made me look like Justin Bieber. That was basically the two choices that I had, you know, because we've seen, I'm sure, give me a cheer if you've seen that website, lesbians who look like Justin Bieber. Some of you have, all right, but it's slightly less popular than my other favourite one, cats that look like Hitler. Yeah, that's better. What I'm considering doing is trying to find a cat that looks like Justin Bieber, so that then I can go and do an entire website of lesbians that look like Hitler holding cats that look like Justin Bieber. And I think maybe I might be able to bring down the entire internet with that one. So it's nice being here. And obviously it's me and my girlfriend and our cats, because in case you're not aware of what happens, that's basically what happens when two lesbians meet and love each other very much. They rub belly buttons, because that's what we do. Because I know that some people just, they go, how does lesbians even work? I mean, it's like... Maybe they just hug. I mean, surely if you squeeze tight enough, something's got to pop into somewhere. That's not how it works. We rub belly buttons. That's what we do. And then what happens is, once you've rubbed belly buttons, 3 months later, a kitten appears. It's just the biology of the situation. Gay men make puppies. We know that this is true. I might not be a doctor. Cool, you guys are absolutely great. We're going to have an absolutely fantastic time here. Because, like I say, we've got awards to give out. Who's excited about the awards? Brilliant. This is fantastic. It's all going to be great. If you do have a mobile phone, make sure it's switched to silent. Because, you know... Otherwise, the last thing you want during this is for it to go off at the most inopportune moment, because it is always really, really awkward when that happens. I got a new for ages. I'm one of these people who I always try to be a bit of an early adopter, but it took me ages to get a smartphone. I didn't for a long time. I stuck with having like a really shitty old Samsung and an iPod Touch. That was as far as I got with getting a smartphone for ages. And then I accidentally smashed the screen on my iPod Touch. No idea how I did it. I was showing my friends. I was like, I've no idea how this has happened. And he went, it's obvious, isn't it? So what's that? He said, the amount of The Smiths, The Cure, 9 Inch Nails and Marilyn Manson you've been listening to on that thing, it started self-harming. So I ended up getting myself, I went with a HTC in the end over Apple, just because like everyone told me to. That was basically it. It was down to that choice. Oh no, go for a HTC. Why not Apple? No, don't. Just don't. Oh right, okay. Because that's it. Because I'm fairly sure there's a bit of an even split in the room between Apple users and PC, Android people. Is there a little bit of animosity? Possibly. All right, give me a cheer if you're a PC user. Give me a cheer if you're an Apple user. See, this is it. They seem a little bit happier about that whole thing than PC users. It's kind of like dog people and cat people, isn't it? You're just like, oh no. All right, give me a cheer if you're a cat person. Okay, give me a cheer if you're a dog person. Needy. That's what it is with dogs. Dogs are needy. Dogs when I've got cats. I love cats. I quite like dogs as pets, but they're really needy. Because if you've got a dog, you go out down to the shop, you come back 10 minutes later, and your dog sort of sat there going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, where'd you go? Where'd you go? I didn't think you were ever coming back. Oh, I love you. Oh, I'm so excited. I just pissed myself. Ah! That's dogs for you, isn't it? I like cats because cats just treat you with disdain. That's what I want. I want a pet that if I die will eat me before the paramedics turn up. That's what I'm looking for. My cat, I love my cat dearly. She has absolutely no problem with waking me up at 3 o'clock in the morning and going, wake up! I need a cuddle. That's what she's like. So yeah, so I kind of get the feeling that the animosity between the two is kind of like that. But I went with the old HTC, which has a thing on it a little bit like Apple's Siri, only because it's by Google, it works slightly differently insofar as you say the word what you want into it, and it says, "Sorry, did you mean?" As its response, basically. It never seems to understand anything that I say. As an example of this, right, when I got my phone, I went to try and phone my mum. I pressed the thing, it said, speak now. So I said into it, my mum's name, Vivian Horsley. I've known her for years, we're on first name terms. I did, I went and said, Vivian Horsley. And it came back, it said, did you mean? It's like, Vivian Horsley, did you mean lesbian whores? I was like, I didn't. Well, now I'm intrigued. Because the thing I like best about that is it seems that what Google has done there is gone, can't understand what you said, let's just have a look through your internet search history. So yeah, so if you do have a mobile phone, please do make sure it's switched off. I think you guys are ready. I mean, you've been awake for 25 hours now, is that correct? Longer than that. A lot of you got up yesterday morning and like, fucking hell, 25 hours seems like the longest period in the world. It's that thing when you've been awake for that long that you seem to verge like from second to second between being completely elated and like, oh, I can do anything, to a couple of seconds later going, I think I'm actually going to die. I think I'm actually going to die from lack of sleep. I can feel my eyeballs sweating. That's not right. So we will move the show on fairly quickly and get down to the awards because you've got quite a lot of awards, and from what I've seen, this year has been absolutely fantastic. This year's entries and all of the coding stuff that you've done has been absolutely fantastic. So do give yourselves a big round of applause. Do I need to go over onto this mic? Is that okay? You what? Sorry. That is a good point, yeah. It is one of those places where that sort of thing happens.
We've got our little Andre over there downloading every bit manually.
Downloading every bit. So you want me to carry on? You want me to carry on chatting to him for a bit?
It might be all right. At least it's not cheese jokes, guys. Remember that.
Yeah, no matter. Yeah. Are cheese jokes funny? Well, that's a grey area. That was worse than any of yours. Okay, no, this is cool. No, this is fine. Because this isn't awkward at all. Are we good to go? Hey! Fantastic. Well, in which case, what I want you guys to do so that we can go and get ourselves ready for this is because we're going to be giving out all of these awards and all these things are going to be going on, it's going to be fantastic. But what I need from you is certain noises, and I need you to get all excited and up and ready for whenever any of these people who've won these awards are brought up. Because I know that some of you are going to be sat there thinking, I should have fucking got that award. And doing that clapping. Don't be doing any of that. What I want you guys to do is really, really go for it. So there's three noises that I need from you. The first noise I need is the stamping of feet. So on the count of three, stamp your feet. 1, 2, 3. It's very well done. Whoever's underneath here is now shitting themselves. That storm's coming in. Right, okay, the second noise I need is a round of applause. So on the count of three, big round of applause. 1, 2, 3. Very well done. The third noise I need is whooping and cheering, screaming and shouting. 1, 2, 3. That was shit. The rest of it was really, really good. I need it louder than that. I need it better than that. So I know that there's a slight gender bias in the room, but on the count of three, all of the men give me a cheer. 1, 2, 3. Okay, women, I know there's less of you, but you've got to try and beat that on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Okay, fantastic. That was brilliant. Men louder. 1, 2, 3. Women louder. 1, 2, 3. Men louder. 1, 2, 3. Women again, louder, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now, for a change, I want all of the men to give me a cheer in the style of the women. 1, 2, 3. Brilliant. Okay, on the count of three, all of the women give me a cheer in the style of the men. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. That was good, wasn't it? I think we're ready. Are you guys ready? Still some of you going, no. Now, what I want you all to do, right, okay, just to finally get you into the mood, is a really old sort of trick to get everyone here sort of like up and ready for it. So what I want you all to do is all of you, every single person in this room, put your hands out in front of you. Every single person. Unfold your arms, put your hands out in front of you. Every one of you. I can see you all. Okay, both hands. Both hands out in front of you. I can only do it with one because I've got the microphone. Now start wiggling your fingers. Start wiggling your fingers, okay? Now slowly raise your hands up into the air. And lower them into the lap of the person next to you. I think we're all warmed up. Do you? Fantastic. So, Jem. Hi. So, now what is it? Do I need to
Andre, come on. The next slide, love.
Next slide. Where are we? Capsule.
No, our names.
Oh, the hashtag.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, of course. Sorry, this is all this extra time that we went to beforehand, making sure that this ran smoother than smooth.
When I went off with...
It was when you ran off, yeah, getting changed and distracting me. Don't know about anyone else, but if this goes wrong, I'm stage diving into that cleavage.
Yeah, hashtag.
Yeah, the hashtags, which we've now gone past, the hashtag of Hack Manchester and what was the other one? Barclays Tech. Yep, so remember to use those with anything that you're doing on Twitter with this. Also, a big thank you to Harvey Nash for sponsoring the bar. Yeah, they needed a big round of applause. And yeah, also, so does that bring us on to our first prize? The first challenge, the sponsors challenge. So the first one is Moshul. I believe that is by Late Rooms. Moshul, because obviously Sobile didn't work so well as a portmanteau word, because that is not fucking clunky at all, is it? Look at that, Moshul. And that is sponsored by laterooms.com. So have we do have the finalists for those. So we're going to bring up from laterooms.com. Yes, sorry, what was your name?
It's Stuart.
Stuart. Oh, hello, nice to meet you. Hey! And now I feel tiny. And so, so before we do that, we need to announce who the finalists were. So the first finalist was, for this particular challenge, was Tech Brewers.
Right now. You're going to be seeing a lot more of that sort of thing in the film, although that actually did happen. Obviously it's symbolic, it works on both levels. I don't want to tell you too much, don't want to spoil the film. But
is this the right thing?
Icarus. Okay? If you know what I mean, great, if you don't, it doesn't matter. But you should probably read more. That's what the public, let me tell you, like public executions. I went to Cambridge University.
So whoever it was is Michael Winterbottom in disguise and clearly directed 24-hour party people.
But every single one of them is feeding on a power, an energy and a magic.
Apparently the whole of the south of the country is experiencing northern weather. So if you do need a hotel room, do go to laterooms.com whilst we're sorting this out. This is great. This reminds me of the 1989 Brits.
Good brand.
It is great for the brand. This. So I bet you're really glad that you spent the money on this now. Well, the thing is, you are getting more. This is the thing. You are getting more stage time with the fantastic T-shirt from laterooms.com. Because obviously, if Late Rooms, great for rooms you can get at last minute, innit? Internet, yeah, it's fantastic.
Booked it, packed it.
Yeah, exactly. It's as someone who spends most of their life in hotel rooms, it's. Don't know where I'm going with that. Have you not
got any hotel room based jokes?
You'd have thought I would do. Have you ever done that thing where you walk into a room and you go, why the fuck am I here? Got that right now. Hello, are we any closer? No? Brilliant. I do love a technical, as I say, it's fantastic. The more technical stuff you have, the more technical stuff that can go wrong. Hang on, no, that's just flashing lights behind me. It's like everything around here just seems to be... Is it working now? We found it! Okay, so just erase that last 3 minutes from your memory, and...
Helen Partridge.
And we'll start again. So here we go. Tech Brewers were the first finalists for laterooms.com. No, this is the other one. This is No Fixed Abode, right? We're the second.
Hey, and we're at Manchester, and our team is No Fixed Abode, and I'm here to tell you about the challenge that we did. We were really interested in two of the questions, one of them which was to create a travel game, another which is to create a really useful travel app. We had a lot of discussions on which one we were going to do, and then we thought, actually, why don't we do both? So the idea that we came up with was to do a travel roulette based game. Thank you very much. Travel roulette, what is it?
That was the right video.
This is very much the future. We're doing great. The third finalist was Project LPT. We haven't got the envelopes.
They're behind anyway.
What? Oh, brilliant! It is Panto season. I'm so glad we did a proper run-through of this before before the show started, because... cheers.
And the prize is some really swanky rooms.
Oh, yeah, and the prize is some really swanky rooms. There you go. No? Come on! Really good rooms!
And the winner is Project LPT.
And the winners are Project LPT! If you'd like to come up here. Yeah, come on, come up here. Come on, keep applauding them. They're not even made it to the stage yet. I mean, admittedly, they could have hurried up.
Well, no, after you. You've got a speaking voice.
I don't have the speaking voice.
Of course you do.
Just because I sound more southern. Just because I sound more southern than all of you. So.
That's a general idea.
Yeah. Well. I don't know what to say. So the idea is basically of a Monopoly game which is based on social capital, which varies every day depending on the social media interests of the properties around Manchester. And yeah, it was just that. And we had fun. 1 extra hour made so much difference this year. I don't know.
It actually worked.
It's actually worked this time, yeah. And yeah, I've had quite a bit of wine already, so yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Brilliant.
There you go.
Thank you very much to Project LPT!
Thank you.
Right, so whilst Jem goes to smuggle some prizes out of the back, we will carry... That just sounds really wrong, doesn't it? Especially with me bending over this lectern. She's about to smuggle some prizes out the back. What? No one wants those prizes. And so the next one is the most ridiculous use of Clockwork. This is fantastic. And from Clockwork we have Gary. So the finalists for Clockwork are. Hang on a second. NH3.
What's this? This is a bus topology. What is this? This is a bus of a bus topology. In a bus topology, we send messages down the bus. Here, we send clockwork messages in a bus down the bus.
How does this work? Well, we use JavaScript and WebSockets to receive information from our back-end system. Once we've processed that information, we send it back into the back-end system to be reprocessed.
So, what's our back-end system look like? It looks like this. We've got an ASP.NET Web Form service point at the back. We've got an MVC UI controller. This is sending messages through Clockwork, through our back-end services, processing our passengers, and pushing it through the sockets to the UI.
Brilliant. Sorry, I'm just realising that leading here with a massive banana next to me is probably not how I expected my life would turn out. The second finalist we have is Cabbage Baggage Recorder.
We're Cabbage Baggage, and this is our recorder. So I was in such a hurry to text my friend the word cafe so she knew where to meet me, and I couldn't find my phone anywhere. Luckily, I happened to have my Cabbage Baggage Recorder on hand, and it was so quick and easy to text her. Better let my friend know that I'm going to order the beef. And I better let her know I want some cabbage from one of my 5 a day. What did we actually do this weekend? Okay, we have a makey, lots of wire, lots of duct tape, a recorder, USB on the go, Clockwork's wonderful API, and a nice little Java applet that lets you text your friends from your computer, but only if you use the recorder. Won't let you use your keyboard, because that's boring. Hi, I'm Paula. This is
That's fantastic. The third one is the third finalist is Hacksock Knots.
And this is Teckle. It is text, eval, print, loop, and occasionally with lots of waiting. It's interactive programming by SMS. So you send it your code snippets, and it will evaluate them and give you back the output via text. So it's powered by Clockwork and Node.js. It's a HTTP REST server that the Clockwork API, or the Clockwork server then makes a request to. It has multiple environments for you to use, so Python, Ruby, Haskell. It has persistence, so you can use you can build up variables, that sort of thing, and do more complex stuff in single lines. And it has user sessions and a couple of other options like verbosity. So why? Because hack from Wi-Fi always dies, and why not continue hack by text? So to try it out, here's the number. First text, do anything. It's just set the server up and set your user account up. Second text, it's to initialize the environment, so please do Haskell false, because the other one's not sandbox, and you'll nuke my server. And the third one, any Haskell, so calculator, print lines, higher order functions, length, that sort of thing. Have a go, try it out, and I'll keep an eye out for anyone doing anything impressive. Cheers.
It's the Cabbage Baggage Recorder.
Take that away from me. Congratulations, you get 4 nexuses.
Oh.
Next time.
I'm too busy holding my Cabbage Baggage Recorder and makey to carry all of these nexuses.
But you will anyway.
Struggle through. Thank you very much.
Okay, the next award is the Ultimate Hack Day Companion. Sponsored by Appliances Online, and the prizes for this are absolutely amazing. There's like iPod minis and coffee machines. It's like the generation game. So, and
I'm Carl.
Carl from AO.com.
Yeah.
And there you go. And so, the finalists for this particular award are, the first one is Press Red.
Hi, we're Team Press Red from the BBC. We are Roberto, Tom and John.
Our challenge entry is for the AO.com Ultimate Hack Day Companion and Leish's revolutionary Gelastic PAS.
We're using the Java Play framework for our back-end services deployed on the Gelastic platform. For our front-end PC and mobile devices, we're using the Hacks OpenFL for cross-platform development, so we can deploy the same code to all 3 screens.
Our Hack Day Companion keeps attendees up to date with news, GitHub commits, time remaining and the timetable.
Our aims were to have fun coding, learn some new technologies, and to make an end-to-end solution in under 25 hours. We think we've achieved those goals, and we hope you like it.
The next finalist was Distributed Source Control.
Companion tool, which allows teams to communicate with sponsors via questionnaires. So throughout the hack, you can get questions asked of you periodically, maybe every hour or so, and the teams can reply. So there's some funny ones about how much you're hungry, one about cats randomly, So the team members will supply their answers, and that will go off and re-render the averages for the team, and the team can see this, and all the sponsors can see this as well. So the other half of the web app is for the sponsors, as you can see here. So it's similar to the last one, as in they get the graphs, and they've also got chat, which they can talk to the teams. So they've got a bit of communication going on here, so they can ask things like, hi, a particular member of the team, how are you feeling? Are you feeling tired? So they can get communication going, so it's not just the beginning of the hack and the end of the hack. It's something which engages the two in conversation, and they can maybe take that further by setting mini challenges, helping out with our APIs and things. So yeah.
And the final finalist for this particular award is In Technica.
Hello, I'm going to introduce our Hack Manchester Challenge. We're in Technica Team 1. We've done the Ultimate Hack Companion with SMS integration. So on the first screen we've got a countdown, and we've got an overview of what your teammates have been doing, what they've been drinking, what they've got left to do on Trello, how many check-ins they've done. We've also got a way of quickly sending messages to them if you see they're looking a bit tired, for example. It'll pop up on their screen. To quickly go through the other features we've got an ability for you to order your drinks, and then your teammates can go get them. We've got your Twitter feeds from Hack Manchester and from our project. We've also got a game for if you're bored. We've also got a command line interface, so you can quickly put commands in to see, for example, how long is left. And you can also send messages to your teammates from here. Pop up on his screen. Now, what you'd probably rather do, rather than send a message, you'd probably rather send an SMS, and you can do that from here as well. So that's an SMS gone out to Kelvin's phone number. But most people will probably, I think, prefer that their command line interface was all SMS based and not out to the screen at all, and you can do that as well. So by changing the command, that means now anything we type in here doesn't output to the screen, it gets sent to my phone as an SMS, which I think we'll all agree is a far more convenient way of dealing with command lines. That's pretty much all for Hackdesk 2013. Thank you.
That was some of the most adept touch typing I've ever seen. Okay, and over to...
and the winners are In Technica.
Have they gone home?
I think so.
Ha! Let's steal all their stuff.
They'll get it later.
All right, they'll get it later. So, yeah. So it almost seems like it was a bit of a waste to bring it all out now. I mean, all of it. We could have brought some of it out. Thank you. Again, big round of applause. Okay, the next browser, is this? Yeah, this is the next one, isn't it? Yeah, fantastic. The browser-based game with a travel theme, which is sponsored by webapplications.uk. Hello. And sorry, what's your name?
I'm Craig.
And Craig from webapplications.uk. .co.uk. So the finalists for this particular award are Coding Bad.
Right, we're on, lads. This is the Travelator. Andy is playing the Travelator. The Travelator is a HTML5 browser-based game. It has planes, you jump over stuff. And it's a bit shit. So, we put in Chimport. Can we have some Chimport, please, Andy? You have to actually type Chimport thing.
I'm going to, but I've got to wait for it.
How have you not got this in your browser cache, lads? Come on. Question mark, Chimport is true. Give Chimport its trueness, and the following thing happens. It plays itself. There we go. See, no hands. Now come on, lads. How many is he going to do?
None.
Do none. Try it again. And wait for it. So it's a betting game, you see. We have to bet on how well Timput does. This is more fun than the game itself. Wait for it. And he's Right, we're on, lads.
The second finalist is Team TC.
Take control of an airplane cabin during a hectic flight in the skies. Keep an eye on all your passengers and try and keep them happy no matter what it takes. Will you be able to keep your cool under the pressure of today's demanding passengers? Or will it all get too much and result in chaos? sleazyjet.com. Take control of the skies.
And the third finalist is Appsassin.
And the winner of the web apps browser-based game, travel game, Appsassin.
Well, we have established that I'm the boss, yeah, so yeah. We're currently playing a game of Appsassin right now, but we're actually planning to release it, so if anyone else wants to play, come give us a shout.
Okay, so the next award is the use of LayerShift's revolutionary gelastic PaaS. Is that right? Platform as a service. Fantastic. Good. Least I've not made a tit of myself yet. Welcome. Come on up. Come on. What's your name? Damien. And this is Damien from LayerShift. And the finalists for this particular award are Foot Injury Clan.
Hi. It's the kind of project that will change the world for good.
It's an online game. It's quite good. I'd play it.
Hi everyone. I'm going to walk you through what me, together with the rest of TFIC, did this weekend as a company and actually as a PC team. We built a web-based text game on top of the Gelastic platform. And we aimed to make it scalable and marketable and of course fun. fun to play.
The second finalist is Retro Fuzz. Okay. Yay! Oh. Ooh. Removed by user. If you'd like to, come up here and explain what you did.
60 seconds.
60 seconds. Oh, I can't remember. I had a script, but I threw it away after I made the video.
55 seconds.
Oh, shit. We made a service which allows you to collate a collection of music, agnostic of the music service that you use to listen to it, which essentially meant that you could search for albums, add those albums to your collection, and then select a music service to listen back to those albums. It was good because it meant that you could switch between services whenever you fancied it without losing that collection. And it also meant that you could share your collection and specific albums with your friends who might be on other streaming services, and kind of they would be able to listen to it the same way that you would be able to. And there was all sorts of other stuff I said in the video, which was really good, and I used lots of long words and stuff, but...
Agnostic.
What are you going to do?
I managed to do that with 10 seconds to spare. The final finalist for this particular award is Mulio.
We built Mulio because we don't like budgeting. This is the app. It's simple. You log in and you upload your bank statements. We'll take most online bank formats, but we're clever. We categorise everything for you. Even better than that, we work out what we think are your recurring transactions that happen every single month. Then, tell us your wage, when you get paid, and Mulio calculates everything for you. Your balances, how much you've got going out, and you can add transactions online or by text. It's great, it's simple, you just put your figures in and Mulio does the rest. You can easily see how much money you've got available to spend and what's going on. Mulio, a proper budgeting system.
Okay, and the winner is the Foot Injury Clan.
I don't know what to say.
As we already said in the video, we built this to change the world.
Retro Fuzz's video, it will be up on the Twitter feed to have a look at, so. Yay! Yay for them. Yeah, it was good, so do go home and check that out. I endorse that heartily. The next award goes to, is the Best Company by Hack Manchester. Come on, Jem. So, the three finalists for this particular award are Retro Fuzz. I can't pronounce this.
Luca Canisa.
Luca Canisa. Hey. Well done. I really should have checked that before I wrote it down.
Okay, so this has to be 60 seconds, so it will be very fast. Nexus 7 with Android and a couple of lenses. Phone with Android on the back of your pocket and a pedometer and some gyro for a plastic gun with an Arduino inside and a phone with a gyroscope sending all signal through that booth over there. Magic, this awesome game where you work with the pedometer and you can have some fire with the guns. And you can fire as well. All in awesome 3D.
That's brilliant. And the final finalist is Mulio. We've seen it. Okay. Who's going to?
This was very difficult to judge, and it came down to, well, basically we had a really big argument with all the judges, but I chose the one that I liked. So, Luca, congratulations, you've won the company prize. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. It's been an awesome weekend. Also, thank you to the anonymous guy who appeared on my video. I didn't ask him to appear. I just stole the image. But his identity is safe. But thank you again, and see you next year. Cheers.
Which brings us to the next award, which is the University Challenge Award, sponsored by Barclays.
Darren from Barclays.
And it's Darren from Barclays, and the award for this one's fantastic. It's a fast track to an internship. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's fast tracked for each member of the team to an internship with Barclays, worth £5,000 each. So it's worth money.
Yeah. That's more impressive than that. Come on. And so the finalists for this one are Joe Nash, which is Hacksock Knots. Yep. Salford Uni. We've got videos.
Hi, welcome to the simple phone gap application. It's pulling recipes for drinks and food, various different methods, name, ingredients, culture, various things, stuff like soup, practically anything you can search, you can get a result for. We're using an API to pull this data in, so we can get links out of the app, but you are still within the app. You can get stuff like ingredients, and you get a nice link to preparation, nutritional facts, various other bits of data. So this is built on an Android phone, easily be built for iOS, Windows Phone, BlackBerry, Palm.
And Coupepia.
So it's really hard to make a decision on this one, and really hard to just get down to those 3 finalists. But the winner is Coupepia. Well done, guys. Really good. Thank you very much. Well done. Well done. A few words?
Hello, we are a team from Cyprus. So this was a use of a very small framework of size of 3 or 4 kilobytes I built during my submer placement, and we just expanded it. It's actually open source, and we expanded it to build an application that allows you to control your Raspberry Pi easily. So if you are not a pro, and you want to get a Raspberry Pi and get a feeling with it, then it allows you to have easy interactions with it. And it gets more and gets friendlier without the need of installing extra applications and making it heavier.
So fantastic, and I believe that brings us to the is the best in show.
Best in show.
Best in show, which is the final award. So, fantastic.
Sorry.
Okay, and so yeah, some fantastic prizes for these. This is sponsored by Capsule, and this is Philip from Capsule. We've got fantastic Apple TVs with Netflix and Spotify subscriptions, so it's a really, really good prize. And the two finalists? 'Cause I've only got 2 written down. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that correct? Unless there's 3 and the one I don't have written down is the one who wins.
There is 3. Who's the other one?
Well, who didn't write down the 3rd one?
Andre will shout it.
Okay, that's fine. Well, in which case, the first nominee for the first finalist for Best in Show is Luca Canesa.
Do we need it again?
I don't know what's going on. No, we're not having it again. We nearly did, and then we didn't. This is smooth as fuck. The second finalist is Motion United. Which is a completely silent video. Sexy.
This is done entirely in JavaScript, by the way.
cheese joke. Who's the other one? Assassin again.
Assassin again.
There were 3 great entries, and well done, guys. But the winner was Motion United. Jeez, I hope you got a lot of TVs. Well done. Excellent.
Thank you. We were trying, it was 4 of us from Clockwork working on this application. It was totally a JavaScript application. We were using HTML5, user, get media, and that's basically it. It was very fun. And it's free on, it's downloadable on GitHub if you guys want to take a look. Thank you.
Yeah, no, Joe. All right. We'll just look like lemons.
Yeah. Just get my prize.
Bloody hell, go on. Go off and do your bidding. Right. I'm going to take over a little bit and give you a break. Shut up! Shut up! Yeah, we've obviously had to put a lot of work into getting this happening. Just want to take a little thank you for obviously the guys at Mozzie for hosting us. Big thanks to them. There's a lot of applause for those guys. We don't bang on about it this year, but this wouldn't be possible without Manchester Science Festival. We are part of the Science Festival, part of the opening weekend, and because we are part of the Science Festival, we get the whole of this amazing venue for Nout. So it's a really great occasion for 2 weeks. They had a massive big Rube Goldman. Was it Goldman or Goldberg? I forget. Goldberg. Yeah, thanks. It's like a massive big mousetrap going on down here. They've got loads of things going on. So if you are around in Manchester the next 2 weeks, do go and check everything out. See the programme. Fantastic. Just want to do a special thank you to our Amanda from Appliances Online. Where are you, love? Come on up. Joe! 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 Thank you so much. Amanda has sorted out the video and everything for us. Joe, can you give me that? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, she's been doing a lot of things with Appliances Online to support us, we've got all the video in, we've had loads of interviews and stuff going on, and this really, really wouldn't happen without Claire. Come on, lass. The reason anything of this happens, if you left it to me, it just wouldn't get done, would it? She's an absolute superstar. Everything has just been run perfectly by Claire. Joe's got a big bunch of flowers. Oh, thanks. Oh, they're so cute. Thanks, Joe. And the sponsors, obviously. This is all paid for by our sponsors. The donation that you guys paid for your ticket, the £10, all the proceeds after PayPal and Eventbrite, Robin Buggers, will go directly into Museum of Science and Industry. So with our support, you can carry on. If anyone's got any spare change, there are some deposit boxes at the front for you to put all your donations in. It really is a worthwhile cause. Do have a little look round. And I think, finally, where's our Douglas? Is he here?
Amazing what you've done this weekend. You should really congratulate yourself. So, big round of applause for everybody. I'm going to try and be quick because I know you need sleep, but I think it is important. So I've got some notes to make sure I don't miss anything. I don't know if any of you have seen the piece of paper passed around in the audience about James Dyson. A few days ago on the Huffington Post said about how important our country needs to embrace the future engineers and the engineers in this room. You are the key to the future's economy. It is so important and so powerful, your skill set. And sometimes I think the tech community overlook this. What I want to tell you today is that there's going to be a software development shortage of 120,000 in this country by 2015. Just James Dyson's way of provoking the British was to say about what is happening in France, that they celebrate the very people that are in this room. They have 4 times the engineers that we have. And the nuclear power plants that are soon to be built in Britain are going to be done by French engineers, which, can we have a boo for that, please? Come on. Boo! However, we are the home of the Industrial Revolution once upon a time. I think the UK can make a claim and say we are the home of the digital revolution. And Manchester certainly can say it is one of the places to have a shout of being one of the homes for that, with the father of computer science choosing to be here, the first programmable computer, forgive me. So one thing I really want to do is go out into the business community and translate how important the skill sets are in this room, and that we need to be attracting the best engineers, not only across the north of England, but also across the world. Steve Jobs talked about brands, how real great brands come from values. I think Manchester's got great things going on all across the city, but we've not been coming together as one. And events like this really showcase the talent that we have in this city. Moving forwards, I really want to make sure I don't forget any of my notes. I'm here to ask for help. We're going to make an announcement in 5 weeks' time. No pressure on the team there. They told me not to set a time. But we believe that Manchester should be and will be a European startup destination. I represent a bunch of like-minded individuals, hopefully lady at the side of me, and that people across the northwest that are coming together. In Sheffield, for example, I know someone was speaking to someone before from Sheffield, Lee Strafford, people across the whole of the north that want to show that we're not dummies for not having moved to London. The best innovation comes out of not being based in the capital cities. So I really would love feedback, and there's going to be a campaign that's going to be announced called bemanchester.org. So this is the first time anybody's hearing it. I thought the most important people to speak to first was yourselves. So I'd love you to get in touch with that through that website and give us your feedback on what you want to see your bosses start implementing in the workplace. We've got some of the biggest American tech businesses coming over to Britain because they know that we have some of the best engineers, trying to steal them away from the country. And we want the next big businesses, the next big technology businesses to be based in Britain. And we'd love to see that happening in Manchester. So we're going to make it a big announcement. We're going to express about our core values, how we should be embracing openness and clarity. And the big thing is we're going to have an announcement at Startup Weekend in Manchester in the middle of November, which you're all invited to, about how Manchester becomes a top 5 European startup destination. We really need your help. I'm not a developer. I spent 9 months trying to be, and I could do a Sudoku board in C, but I just do not have the skill sets that you do. Please, please get in touch, and we're going to hopefully play a silly YouTube video clip just to capture the sentiment of that before I get off the stage. Thank you. So you'll see the 24-hour party people clip, that was my fault. So I'm causing trouble wherever I go. I try not to, but...
We'll pop it on Twitter later.
Well, there we go. Yeah, please help. Thank you.
Thanks, John. We'll pop it on in a minute, I think. Have we got it? One job.
Yeah.
I love Andre, he's awesome. Can we have a big round of applause for Andre, who's been running all the slides and downloading videos frantically, I say, bit by manual bits. Good lads. Is that your job?
Yeah, my job's a piece of piss.
Hey! Is it Alan Partridge again?
I think it was Scott Fitzgerald who said, American lives don't have second acts. Well,
Is this the right one?
this is Manchester. We do things differently here. This is the second act.
The Hacienda.
Let's just go. So that brings us to an end. So thank you guys for being here. Once again, big round of applause for yourselves and for all the people who've won awards.
Blame Joe for this.